The council chamber fell silent as Commander Vextar slammed all four of his appendages against the obsidian table. His scales rippled with barely contained fury, a deep crimson that told everyone in the room he was about 3 seconds away from ordering a full planetary bombardment. "You cannot be serious," he hissed, his translator crackling with the intensity of his native tongue. "We're being told to retreat? By whom exactly?" Ambassador Krillnox, ancient and weathered, his exoskeleton marked with the scars of 17 campaigns, simply gestured toward the viewing screen. The planet rotating there looked harmless enough. Blue, green, some white swirls. Utterly unremarkable. "That," Krillnox said slowly, "is Earth. And those creatures down there? They call themselves humans." Vextar Likit actually laughed. It came out as a series of clicking sounds that echoed off the walls. "You dragged me away from conquering the Balerian sector to warn me about some backwater species that barely discovered faster-than-light travel? What are they going to do? Throw rocks at my fleet? I wish it were that simple." Krillnox pulled up a data file. 3 cycles ago, the Corvian Empire made first contact with them. Do you remember the Corvians? 12,000 warships? Controlled 47 star systems? Controlled? Vextar's vocal sacs deflated slightly. Past tense? Oh, the Empire still exists. Technically. Krillnox activated another screen showing what appeared to be a Corvian colony world. Except every structure was melted slag, and the atmosphere readings showed radiation levels that would kill most species in under 3 minutes. This was their homeworld. Population? 8 billion. Current population? 0.00. Vextar stared at the readings, his multiple eyes widening in disbelief. What weapon does this? That is the terrifying part. This was not one weapon. Krillnox brought up more footage, his mandibles clicking nervously. The humans have this concept. They call it mutually assured destruction. When the Corvians attacked Earth, demanding surrender, the humans did something that no rational species would ever consider. Which was, they split the atom. The room went dead quiet. Even Vextar, who had personally overseen the glassing of 14 rebel worlds, felt his blood run cold. Splitting atoms was theoretical. Possible, yes, but the energy release was so catastrophic that most civilized species had banned even researching it. They weaponized atomic fission? Vextar asked quietly. Oh, it gets better. Krillnox pulled up another file, this one showing a mushroom cloud rising into a sky. They tested it. On themselves. Twice. Just to see what would happen. And when the Corvians invaded, the humans did not just use one bomb. They launched 6,000 of them. Simultaneously. At every Corvian military installation, every command center, every ship in orbit. Vextar watched the footage of Corvian dreadnoughts, each one capable of destroying a moon, simply vanishing in bursts of nuclear fire. How did they even deliver that many weapons through Corvian defenses? They did not care about losses. Krillnox brought up casualty reports. The humans flew their spacecraft directly into Corvian ships. They called them kamikaze runs, named after some ancient warriors. Out of 2,000 human pilots, 17 survived. When asked why they did it, one of the survivors just shrugged and said, quote, because someone had to, end quote. That is insane. That is humanity. Krillnox gestured to another data stream. After the Corvians were reduced to radioactive dust, we sent a diplomatic envoy. Asked them why they responded with such overwhelming force. Do you know what their leader told us? A female named President Garcia. She looked our ambassador directly in the primary eye cluster and said, we're not interested in being victims. We are interested in being left alone. Vextar felt something he had not experienced in his entire military career. Fear. Real, genuine, primal fear. So they will attack if provoked. You still do not understand. Krillnox pulled up the final file. It showed human children barely old enough to walk, practicing something called active shooter drills in their educational facilities. They train their offspring for combat scenarios. They teach them how to survive mass violence before they can even understand advanced mathematics. This species has been at war with itself for its entire recorded history. Every generation, every century, they have weapons designed specifically to kill other humans, and they keep making them better. The commander watched as the footage showed human military forces training in environments that would kill most species. Deserts, Arctic wastes, underwater. They were practicing for every possible scenario. The humans have a saying, Krillnox continued, his voice dropping to barely above a whisper. Hell hath no fury like a human defending their home. The Corvian admiral learned this lesson. He attacked thinking he would face a primitive, frightened species. Instead, he faced creatures who had spent 10,000 years perfecting the art of killing each other, who had survived ice ages and plagues and asteroid impacts through sheer stubborn refusal to die. Vextar looked at his invasion plans. 300 ships, 40,000 troops. It had seemed overwhelming an hour ago. Now it seemed like suicide. So what do we do? Krillnox smiled. If the term could apply to a species without lips. We do what every intelligent species should do when they encounter humans. We back away slowly, we make no sudden movements, and we pray to whatever gods we believe in that they do not notice us. 3 days later, Vextar sat in his personal quarters, nursing a drink that would have dissolved human stomach lining in approximately 4 seconds. He had been reviewing intelligence reports for 72 hours straight, and each one made him question every military decision he had ever made in his life. The door chimed. Lieutenant Dax Rill entered, his younger scales still showing hints of green optimism. Poor fool. Commander, I have completed the research you requested on human conflict history. Dax Rill placed a data tablet on the desk. Sir, some of these entries must be errors. The numbers cannot possibly be accurate. Vextar gestured for him to continue. This ought to be good. According to this, humans fought a war they called World War II. In 6 years, they killed 70 million of their own species. 70 million. Using primitive chemical explosives and projectile weapons. They industrialized murder, sir. Built factories whose only purpose was producing tools to kill other humans more efficiently. Keep going, Vextar said, taking another drink. They dropped 2 atomic weapons on their own species. On cities. Civilians. Just to prove a point. And after that war ended, did they stop? No. They immediately started another conflict they called the Cold War, where 2 human factions built enough nuclear weapons to sterilize their entire planet 40 times over. Daxrill's voice was rising in pitch, a sure sign of panic in their species. They pointed these weapons at themselves for 50 years. They lived every single day knowing they could end their entire civilization with the push of a button. Did they ever push it? Vextar asked. That is the horrifying part. They came close. Several times. Accidents, false alarms, political standoffs. But every time at the last possible second, someone decided not to end the world. They played chicken with extinction and won. Repeatedly. Vextar pulled up another file he had been reviewing. I found something even better. They have this concept called special forces. Elite soldiers trained in every form of combat known to their species. These humans undergo training that has a 70% failure rate. They volunteer for it. Fight each other for the privilege of attempting it. And the ones who succeed, they can survive in any environment, speak multiple languages, infiltrate enemy territory, and complete missions that sound like bad fiction. Daxrill sat down without being invited, which spoke volumes about his mental state. Sir, I read about one human soldier. Marcus Luttrell, they called him. He was shot 11 times, fell off a cliff, and crawled 7 miles through hostile territory with a broken back. He survived because he was too stubborn to die. That was his actual reason. Too stubborn. They have another saying, Vextar added, scrolling through his notes. What does not kill you makes you stronger. They literally believe that suffering improves them. They seek out hardship, run marathons for fun, climb mountains because they are there. They invented extreme sports, which are activities designed to nearly kill them for entertainment purposes. A proximity alarm chimed. Both officers looked at the screen. A human vessel had just dropped out of faster-than-light travel at the edge of their sensor range. Small ship, maybe 3 crew members. Probably a survey vessel. Daxriel reached for the weapons console. Should we? Do not even think about finishing that sentence, Vextar snapped. Send them a wideband greeting. Maximum politeness. Ambassador Krillnox taught me the proper phrase. Hello, friends. We come in peace. Please do not incinerate us. The human ship responded within seconds. A voice came through, speaking accented galactic common. Female. Young by the sound of it. Hey there. This is Captain Riley aboard the survey ship Horizon. We're just mapping this sector. Did not mean to spook anyone. You folks need anything? Water? Supplies? Directions? Vextar blinked all 6 eyes in rapid succession. They're offering us aid? Apparently, Daxriel whispered. Vextar activated the communication channel. Captain Riley, this is Commander Vextar of the assembled fleet. We require nothing. Your presence is noted and welcomed. We will maintain our current position and not interfere with your survey operations. A pause. Then laughter. Actual human laughter. That strange barking sound they made when amused. Commander, you sound nervous. We are not going to bite. Unless you're into that sort of thing. But I should warn you, humans have pretty weak jaws compared to most species. Terrible bite force. We compensated by inventing firearms. Was she joking about weapons? Vextar could not tell. Human humor was apparently as dangerous as their military capabilities. Your reputation precedes you, Captain, Vextar said carefully. Another pause. When Riley spoke again, her tone had shifted. Professional. Almost cold. You heard about the Corvian situation. Look, Commander, I'm going to be straight with you. Humans do not want war. We have done war. We are very good at it. We are so good at it that we scared ourselves. But if you leave us alone, we will leave you alone. We are big believers in live and let live. The Corvians? They did not get that memo. They thought we would be easy targets. They were wrong. I have reviewed the battle reports, Vextar said quietly. Your species turned 47 worlds into graveyards in less than a month. Correction. We turned 47 military installations into graveyards. Every civilian population was evacuated first. We even sent them care packages during their evacuation. Medical supplies, food, temporary housing coordinates. We are not monsters, Commander. We're just really good at protecting what is ours. Daxriel was frantically typing notes, his translator working overtime. Riley continued. Here is the deal, Commander. You seem reasonable, so I'm going to give you some free advice. There are approximately 8 billion humans on Earth right now. Every single one of them grew up watching movies where we fight aliens, robots, monsters, each other, nature, gods, and the concept of death itself. We have culturally prepared for every possible threat. We are paranoid, creative, stubborn, and we hold grudges that last generations. But we are also loyal to our friends, generous to those in need, and we really hate bullies. Vextar found himself nodding even though she could not see him. So here's my suggestion, Riley said, her voice almost friendly now. You want to make contact? Great. Send an ambassador. Bring gifts. We like gifts. Be polite. We will invite you to dinner, show you around, maybe teach you some card games. Humans love making friends. But if you come at us with weapons hot and conquest on your mind, the silence stretched for 3 seconds that felt like 3 years. Well, Commander, the Corvians can tell you how that works out. Oh wait, they cannot. Because they do not exist anymore. The communication channel closed. The human ship completed its scan and jumped back into faster-than-light travel, vanishing in a flash of distorted space-time. Vextar and Daxriel sat in stunned silence for a full minute. Finally, Daxriel spoke. Sir, what are your orders? Vextar deleted his invasion plans, all 300 pages of tactical analysis and troop deployment schedules. Then he opened a new file and labeled it Diplomatic Mission to Earth. We're going to do something our species has not done in 400 years, Lieutenant. We're going to make friends. Because I would much rather have humans as allies than enemies. Wise decision, sir. Survival decision, Lieutenant. There's a difference. Vextar stood, straightening his command uniform. And Lieutenant? Sent a message to High Command. Tell them the human border is officially off limits for military operations. Anyone who violates that order answers to me personally. Yes, sir. And if they ask why? Vextar looked at the star map, at the small blue planet rotating peacefully in its little corner of the galaxy. Harmless looking. Absolutely terrifying once you knew the truth. Tell them the humans have earned their peace. And we are not stupid enough to take it from them. So what did you think? Did this story surprise you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this sci-fi story, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing science fiction stories every week. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.